Welcome back to another video, guys. Muse here, and today we're going to be talking about tricks. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Every one-wheel rider needs to learn some tricks. I know, that's hard to believe. Now, hear me out here for a minute. Let me explain why, okay? Tricks actually help you be a better, stronger rider, okay? Better, stronger rider. Number two, tricks help you to be safer and more experienced rider. Okay, so safer and experienced. And three, tricks help you be a more informed rider. Okay, so better, safer, informed. So let's break these three categories down here real quickly. So better. Well, why are you a better rider if you know tricks? Let me give you a very simple illustration. Let's say you're riding and there's a curb right in front of you. Most riders are going to have to look for a detour to get around that curb. So someone that knows how to curb nudge, for example, though, doesn't see that as an obstacle. In fact, they probably will get excited and want to hop over the curb and continue on. All right. Let me give you another example. One time I was riding and I was in the street and there was a mad driver. We got some crazy drivers around here. And literally this car was not going to stop. They just do not have any respect for me. Probably they don't have any respect for motorcycles and other smaller vehicles, right? So I realized my instincts turned on and said, I need to get out of the way or I'm going to die, okay? So I curb nudged. I applied and had confidently applied a curb nudge and got out of the way within a split second, okay? Because you don't need a lot of speed to get up a curb. It's all about how you rock the board and get up there, right? So I realized that at that moment, wow, this curb nudge literally just could have saved my life. Because if I had got off the board, dismounted, picked it up, then try to rush and dive off into the side of the road, you know, those precious seconds of getting over and bending down, you know, there's no way I would have made it possibly. You know, it's just possibility that I may not have made it in time. The whole purpose is to ride the one wheel. If you're walking with a one wheel in your hand, you're not riding a one wheel. The whole point of even going out there into the field and riding is that you want to maximize that time that you are on that board and you are having a blast, okay? So that is one of the reasons why you become a better rider. You can reach new heights, new places, things that you would have never been able to explore and get to. You now are willing to explore and get to them because you know how to do these tricks, for example, to get there. So, you know, you become a better rider all the way around, okay? And also, you really get to enjoy smaller spaces, right? So, for example, I have a lunch break during work sometimes, but I don't get a full 1 hour lunch just due to the nature of my job. However, I can just go right in the front of my house and just start doing tricks right there and have the time of my life. So the cool thing about tricks is that you could be in a very, very small space, but you can have a very, very good time without having to cruise on and go get to a destination somewhere. So trick riding makes you also have more enjoyment with the board, you know, and I'll kind of clump that into as a better rider. You're really getting the most out of your board. Now, that brings me to my second topic, safer rider. So when you get into tricks, obviously you're going to practice these tricks and you're going to fall a lot trying to do these tricks. You probably wonder, well, how do you become a safer rider? Well, when you start trying to learn these tricks, you're going to realize certain vulnerabilities on your body, like your shin, your ankles, you know, maybe your elbows or your hands and wrists and things from falling onto the concrete a lot. So you actually end up investing more into protective gear usually because you want to build confidence and say, all right, I don't want to hit my shin, you know, trying to do this pop shove it, you know, because if I hit my shin, I'm going to be out for like 2 weeks, you know, with a broken ankle or something like that. Whereas people that are on protective gear doing tricks and things like that, using the gear, out practicing, getting better, right? So I say learning tricks actually makes you a safer rider because falling at 20 miles an hour and falling at 5 miles an hour trying to do a small little kickflip or something is a totally different fall. With that being said, you know, the tricks make you safer. you get more experience and you actually become one with the board. For example, I used to be afraid of the front sensor when I was riding my one wheel at first. But when I started learning how to do, you know, certain tricks, you know, like board and nose and tail slides, you know, that helped me to embrace the front sensor. Like, I'm not afraid of it. I just now realize all I gotta do is get my foot off of it and make sure that that wheel is not facing my ankle or shin. So definitely doing certain tricks like that will make you a much safer rider, and you will have so much more experience, and you have fallen a lot, so you'll be a professional faller by the time you actually master some of these tricks. So you actually become a safer rider. Third and final point, more informed rider. So when you do these tricks on your Onewheel, you are going to put some wear and tear on your Onewheel, right? And due to the fact that you're going to put some wear and tear on your Onewheel, you are going to be forced to do some maintenance on it at some point, right? So with that being said, you're going to have to crack the board open and fix whatever problem there has come up from beating up your board, which is why I recommend getting some type of balance board or something like that to kind of help you to relieve the board of some of the stress that you're going to put on it. But at the same time, it's a good thing. It's good to know how the board works. It's good to open it up and see what's going on in there, you know, because one day your Onewheel might stop running and you don't want to be in panic mode, right? You will have already experienced it by doing these tricks, and you will have a better understanding on what could be going wrong, right? So that's why I say you are a more informed rider, because you're very informed on the internals and the possible things that can now go wrong with your Onewheel. So now in conclusion, do you need to learn some tricks? Yes, you do. Do you need to learn all of them? No, absolutely not. I would say the top tricks you need to learn is curb nudging. Take you to places you've never would been able to get to before. You know, can save you in a pinch. You know, I would say inverting and reverting and 180s. Absolutely. You need to be able to turn on a dime. You need to be able to turn on a dime and get out of a situation. I've been chased by dogs and all kinds of sorts of things, and being able to turn on a dime and just get on out of there and accelerate out is wonderful. So again, there's just so many things we could talk. You know, I'm just kind of rambling on now, but all the tricks are not important, but those are the ones that I would say that are really important. You know, I'm probably missing out on some of the others too. If you guys have any other tricks that you guys can say are really important and vital to learning, you know, just put that in the comments down below. But yeah, guys, there's just so much, you know, with trick riding. You know, it's really a beautiful thing. You know, your whole riding routes now become an all new, you know, playground, because you're not going to want to just ride through past them all just cruising. You're going to want to go in and just stop and just kind of chill and see what's available there to kind of do some tricks on. So, you know, tricks really add a whole new element to riding, and you're going to get the most out of your rides and board if you can do some of these tricks. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you guys like these kind of discussions. There's much more, especially with the GT coming out. But definitely feel free to just hit the like button, please, and definitely subscribe if you guys like this kind of content. It really encourages me to continue to do more of this, but also it helps me also kind of grow this community here, as we're going to be doing a lot more of events and videos and discussions like this in the very near future. All right, now y'all take it easy. Muse out.